Welcome back. A campaign group, the Human Rights Watch, is described as inadequate the 3-year prison sentences given to Congolese peacekeepers for the murder of 11 civilians in the Central African Republic. The group says the authorities in Congo missed an opportunity to show that no peacekeeper is above the law. The civilians, including women and children, were killed in 2014 following the death of a Congolese peacekeeper during clashes with a local militia. They were taken from the militia leader's house and their bodies were found later in a mass grave. It's the 20th anniversary of the Al-Qaeda attacks on the U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania. People in both countries are marking the day. Over 20 people, including 12 Americans, were killed in the explosions. The bombings were the first major attacks by Al-Qaeda against the United States and saw the FBI place its leader, Osama bin Laden, on its list of top 10 most wanted fugitives. Al-Qaeda would go on to attack the U.S. 3 years later when 2 hijacked planes crashed into the World Trade Center in New York. On to the lighter things, side of things now. Meet Omar Ahmed, an 8-year-old boy with a short-arm disability in Egypt. Despite his limitation, Ahmed is pushing hard against barriers so as to become a top-class professional swimmer. Take a look.
8-year-old Omar Ahmed's disability left him with 2 options, to sink or swim. Determined and steadfast, he chose the latter. Born with Phocomelc, a rare condition which affects the growth of his arms, Ahmed's life seemed to be set out as one without sports. But at the young age of 7, Ahmed started training with a swimming coach who specializes in coaching children with disabilities. He trains 3 times per week but requires special attention and a dedication towards training.
Considering the circumstances Omar found himself in, he's doing very well. He's challenging himself. His disability is very challenging when it comes to swimming. However, his will makes him a champion who will represent Egypt. Despite his condition and his disability, he will represent Egypt in championships very soon, God willing.
With much admiration for him, his trainers are confident he will be a Paralympic athlete in the future. Ahmed aims to compete in upcoming national swimming championships for disabled athletes and also hopes to be a Paralympic champion one day.
He is steadfast and strong. He wants to prove to himself that he can do everything. He really progresses and likes his coach and listens to him.
A strong believer in his abilities, Ahmed's mother, Fifi Ragep, accompanies her son during his training sessions and shares his big dreams. In addition to swimming, the young and ambitious athlete trains daily to improve his overall stamina.
A local charity in South Africa has brought together volunteers to break the world record of longest crocheted scarf. The scarf project was launched by 67 Blankets for Mandela Day, an organization that started to knit, sew and crochet blankets for the needy in 2013.
South Africa now holds the Guinness World Record for making the longest crocheted scarf ever, after volunteers at a local charity recently put together a scarf measuring over 27 kilometers. The project saw various people crochet and join colorful scarves together as part of celebrations to mark the 100th anniversary of Nelson Mandela.
I feel like I'm making a huge difference to the country. I'm showing the young people that they can do anything. Nothing is impossible to do.
The pieces were later joined together to form the final scarf. Some of these pieces were sent from far away countries including India, the United States, United Kingdom and Australia, among others. The official measurement of the scarf was 29.17 kilometers, beating India, which previously held the record, with the scarf measuring 14 kilometers.
What I need to do now that we've taken the measurements, is we need to put it onto our PC and actually calculate everything, and I then write a report to Guinness World Records stating how we do the survey, so that they are satisfied that this is a bona fide attempt and it's valid.
Let's go live now to our correspondent at the National Assembly, Linda Akibe. Linda, hello. Hello, Linda. Can you give us an update of what's happening over at your end?
Hi, Melinda. Finally, DSS officials have left the National Assembly, and journalists as well as National Assembly staff have been allowed into the Assembly complex. We've been here for about 7 hours, and as early as 7 a.m., lawmakers from the opposition People's Democratic Party came to the National Assembly alleging that their colleagues from the APC plan to impeach the Senate President and the Deputy Senate President. However, no APC senator was seen in the National Assembly today. We only saw 3 APC lawmakers from the House of Representatives who came in earlier today. Now, all efforts to contact the APC senators to speak on this development have not been successful. The PDP lawmakers from the Senate and the House of Representatives were eventually allowed entry into the National Assembly after being barred for about nearly an hour. Now, a few minutes ago, Senate President Bukola Saraki arrived into the National Assembly complex, and he has said that he would hold a press conference tomorrow where he will brief journalists on this development, what happened today, and further developments and what we might expect in the days to come. Now, in the meantime, the meeting between the leadership of the National Assembly has been cancelled. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, who we spoke to earlier today, said he received a text message informing him that the meeting has been cancelled, perhaps in response to today's development. So we'll bring you more details as events unfold.
Thank you, Linda, for keeping us updated on that. Well, that's it on the program. Thank you for watching. I'm Teniola Shobowale.